Hello, this is Indigo. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys the top 5 guns that are very useful in bloodstrike. Disclaimer before I start the video. The guns that I included in the list are based on my own preferences, so if you think that there are other guns that should be included in the list, feel free to comment down below. Starting at the bottom of the list, we have the Glock with the akimbo attachment. Glock may seem like a normal pistol, but if it's equipped with the akimbo attachment, it becomes a beast. This gun is very powerful in close-range gunfights with its additional burst damage from the akimbo. It is a very decent gun with a fast fire rate, stable recoil, high hip-fire accuracy and good mobility. This gun is perfect for those people who have an aggressive playstyle. Due to its high hip-fire accuracy, it's easy to land your shots on your opponents. The downside of this gun is that it has a very short range. This gun is very effective in smaller maps and buildings like in Shutter Island. These are the attachments. Next on the list is the best SMG, the P90. Although this gun has received another nerf, it's still playable and remains the best among the other SMGs. They have slightly lowered the damage of the P90 to make it balance. The other SMGs are also good, but I think P90 has more advantages. Vector has the highest fire rate, which means you can easily shred your opponents. The downside is that since it has a very high fire rate, you will easily run out of bullets. And if you miss your shots, you're out. URB, on the other hand, has more range than the P90, but the recoil is a bit unstable. INP9, the least used SMG. It lacks the burst capability of the other SMGs. It might be able to compete with the other SMGs if it receives a buff in the future. P90 is an SMG, so maximize the close range potential of the gun. These are the attachments. This build showcases the perfect balance of hip-fire accuracy, at speed, recoil control and range. Next on the list we have the KAG-6. KAG-6 is a versatile, stable, and perfectly balanced assault rifle. It has a decent fire rate, fast ADS speed, and the main highlight of this gun is the stability of its recoil. KAG-6 is very reliable and user-friendly because of its recoil stability. Out of all the assault rifles, KAG-6 is definitely the most stable gun. If you are a beginner and have difficulty in recoil control, then you should definitely give this gun a shot. This gun is basically an upgraded version of the M4. M4 was very popular in the early phase and previous seasons of bloodstrike. It became less popular after it received a nerf. You are probably wondering that if KAG-6 is a very good gun, then why place it in third place? To answer your question, just like any other guns, KAG-6 also has disadvantages. Out of the 6 assault rifles, the damage of KAG-6 sits at the second to the last rank. Even though this gun has a lower damage compared to the other assault rifles, it still has its fast fire rate and stable recoil to compensate for its low damage. It all comes down on how you maximize the strengths of this gun to win in a gunfight. These are the attachments. This build is focused on enhancing the max recoil control of the gun. Next on the list is another assault rifle, the SCAR. Unlike the previous gun, SCAR may not be appealing to some players because of its recoil. While this gun has a shaky recoil compared to KAG-6, it has more burst capability and can shred your opponents much faster. To be honest, I didn't really like this gun at first because of its recoil. But after I took some time to practice and adjust my sensitivity, I was able to win more games and increase my rank because of the burst potential of this gun. If you want to find your own sensitivity, I have an in-depth guide on how to do it. I will put the tutorial at the end of this video. Overall, SCAR is a very good gun with a decent fire rate, fast add speed and burst damage capability. While this gun has a very shaky recoil, it's best to use this gun in mid-range gunfights. You can also change to a higher scope if you really want to use this gun in a long-range gunfight. A higher scope means a more wider and closer view. In that way, your targets are much bigger and you can adjust the amount of recoil that you should control when you are firing.
Godlike.
Using a bandage.
These are the attachments. This build is focused on increasing the maximum range with a decent recoil control. You can also change the precision suppressor to a compensator for maximum recoil control. The number 1 on the list is the best assault rifle, the AK-47. This gun is one of the assault rifles in the game that can deal a lot of damage. Although in the recent update, this gun has received a slight nerf on its headshot damage from 45 to 42. Despite the nerf, this gun is still very powerful, especially if you are looking for a gun that specializes in long-range gunfights. A K-47 is my favorite assault rifle in the game. If you have watched my videos, you can see that I use this gun most of the time. While this gun is very powerful, its recoil is a bit unstable, but it's manageable. Unlike the Scar, the recoil of this gun is not very shaky. If you are looking for a gun that can deal high amount of damage, and efficient for mid to long range gunfights, then this gun is for you.
Defensive turret activated.
Godlike.
These are the attachments. This build is focused on increasing the max range of the gun while having a decent recoil. You can also change the precision suppressor to a compensator for max recoil control. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more video tutorials and gameplays. You can watch these videos if you want to adjust your sensitivity and for more tips and tricks. See you in the next video. Peace.